As opposed to internalizing some of my worries and concerns about the upcoming Life by You video game, I have decided to share my negativity with the world. Of course, I'm only kidding, but I do want to share some of my concerns in hopes that we can discuss what these worries are and hopefully discover some sources that helps to alleviate some of them, and some of them you might actually be thinking of yourself. So with that said, let's just jump right in with it. My name is Michael, and welcome back to Sovereign Gaming. All of the gaming news that we have received so far from Paradox and Life by You has got gamers excited for the next entry of life simulation games. What makes it even more exciting is that big players have stepped into the arena, being Paradox, a larger gaming studio. I have shared my thoughts already on the competitive landscape, so you can check out that video if you want to learn more about my comparisons, but I digress. What I would like to say is that when Paradox announced Life by You, it made some pretty big promises. Sure, some of the promises were expected, in my opinion, but they mattered a lot to the gaming community. And those promises included an open world, vehicles, more editing options, etc. But what gets really crazy with Life by You is when they delivered promises on the ability to customize nearly the entire playing experience. And these customizations include tools like the Conversation Creator, Town Creator, Event Creator, Item Creator, Shop Creator, Object Creator, Mod Creator, Career Creator, Quest Creator, Script Creator, Gameplay Creator, Recipe Creator, Skill Creator, Trait Creator, Crafting Creator, Collectible Creator, Outfit Creator, Household Creator, and the Story Creator. That was a lot, and I wanted to list that out for you because it all pours into my biggest worry for the game, and that is the scope and scale of the game. It's already a pretty mammoth task to be giving players this much freedom with all of the different creator tools being offered at the start of the base game and possibly even with early access. But Life by You also takes it a step further by sharing details such as all NPCs and townies will have lives and houses to play from when you switch to them. So this is a pretty big deal because it assumes that 100% of the workforce in your town will be residents, and it demands that the player finds a way to house their workforce in their worlds. Another huge feature is that Rod Humble has been quoted saying that every job is going to be fully playable. This means that every job will need a location to operate out of, and that will also demand space in Life by You. And also space on your computer and on your gaming world that you're playing in. And then there is the whole conversation feature that is yet a very customized, robust, and from what I can tell so far, a fairly large feature in Life by You coming from a gameplay perspective. What's funny is that people would have been willing to settle for just the open world and vehicle features of the game. And what has been marketed to us has really raised the bar quite substantially. And my worry is that Rod Humble and the Paradox team, maybe they've bit off more than they can chew, or at least for early access. But I do have hope at the end of the day that they'll be able to pull it off. Speaking of being able to handle the game in concept, what about player computers? From what I understand on the computer specs on Life by You, it is demanding a fairly decent gaming computer. But even gaming computers run out of space, and my concern is when the franchise begins to expand and when the custom content begins to release. Are players going to have enough space on their computers to actually run the game when you have all those additional add-ons? I am reminded of City Skylines. In the beginning, there were only a handful of mods on the Steam Workshop, but that quickly exploded into offering thousands of custom content and mods. Modding communities have changed games over and over again, but more importantly, modders actually extend the shelf life of games quite significantly as well. In my opinion, City Skylines would not have had such a long run at 7 years and counting without the modding community developing mods.
My concern here, again, is are players actually going to be able to play their games with mods and custom content installed? Because it's already demanding quite a significant PC to actually run the game, and Sims players and life simulation players in general are quite notorious for installing a lot of custom content. I know that when I was playing The Sims and all that, I thought that I was pretty bad at installing a lot of custom content and a lot of downloadable content, but I pale in comparison to some Sims players out there because it gets really crazy when it comes to the amount of downloads on there. Not that I'm judging or anything of that sort, but I thought that I was out of control, but I pale in comparison to some other people there, and I just have to wonder how they were able to get their computers to even start up the game, never mind play it and enjoy it. But I digress. Good for you if you were one of those who are able to do that. I have a lot of respect for that because I would not have been able to manage that much custom content in my own game.
My last really big concern about Life by You is whether or not it is going to launch its early release version with a lot of glitches and bugs. The Sims franchise is notorious for having bugs, especially The Sims 4. Even The Sims 3 and The Sims 2 had bugs and glitches, and especially in their earlier days, and I know that Rod Humble worked on The Sims 3 and The Sims 2. So I'm worried that the Life by You early release version is just going to end up being a giant beta test that you really buy into with all the bugs and glitches that come with it. And I'm worried that, and that worries me, for a game of this size and offering so many features, that the glitches and bugs could be everywhere. I would like the early access game being released in September to be relatively bug-free, and that I'm only having to catch small glitches here and there. I still want my early access version to be playable at the end of the day, and I want the launch of Life by You to be as smooth and graceful as possible. I kept this one short, but I want to know what your concerns and worries are. Do you think that Paradox bit off more than it could chew for the base game? Are you expecting a similar experience of the bugs and glitches like you did with EA Sims franchises, especially in the early access version? And do you think your computer will be able to handle Life by You, including all of its franchise installments and mods and DLC that will come out with it? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think, and let me know what your worries are. We may as well discuss them together and just kind of figure out how we are feeling about those worries and concerns. In my opinion, I still have a lot of faith with Paradox and what they have been able to deliver in terms of games and all that. So personally, I think that these worries are just normal. But I digress. Until next time, I just want to thank you again for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, then feel free to subscribe and like this video for more. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your day.